Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Victoria, where I'm getting twitchy here. I really do think that we should probably go to war with somebody. The question is, Bolivia? Maybe. I wonder if France would actually do anything here with that investment rights existing. I don't know. That would be interesting to find out, for sure. Now, we are going to go negative financially if we do declare a war. So maybe we should go with a kind of small one and go for somebody like Paraguay here. No one cares about Paraguay. And they have very little in terms of battalions. You know what? Do they only have the one state? This is an unincorporated state here. That is a return state. You know what? We're doing it. I'm going to do this. No one is going to join this, most likely. So we're not getting a prediction for this. They might accept this diplomatic play. I think this is just this state here, right? So Bajo Paraguay has no diplomatic demands available. And I'm wondering why. Hang on. Do we not have an interest established down here? Correct. We don't have an interest declared. So what we should do is we should declare an interest down here. And how long will that take to establish? It takes a little while. So we should not declare this war until that interest is established. But that's definitely something that I want to do. And we can also colonize in Guarani, which means that we could definitely get some amount of colonial affairs. So we could do like frontier colonization. And I think that's what we're going to work towards. No one really hates it. So let's get started on that so that we can start colonizing Guarani. And then we're going to attack Paraguay and possibly Uruguay as well. Probably Uruguay as well. So that'll be fine. So we need to wait until our interest gets established. I assumed we'd just automatically have an interest down here, but apparently not. So that is definitely noted. So by the time that gets done, hopefully this gold mine will be close to completion. Our railway in Bahia is very close to completion as well. Grain is considered expensive, and that's not good for our cost of living. So that is absolutely understood. Okay, so our La Plata interest has been activated at this point. So I want to go after Paraguay immediately. So 1.3 infamy and 10.6 infamy? Sure, we'll start with this one. We're not going to force the diplomatic play. I don't think anyone is actually going to join in here. So we're going to confirm this. And we are going to... I guess we have to tick. There we go. They refused our demands, which is expected. And we are going to add in a war goal here of conquer state. I'm not looking to do anything here. Now, we could probably sway... Apparently we could sway Bolivia into this. We're not going to do that. Okay, so we are going to send maybe like this army over. Actually, I'm going to send our larger army. So we're going to mobilize these guys, and we're going to send them over to this front. I don't think we're going to need anything other than that. And yeah, you can see that this does put us in a bit of a deficit, but I don't mind that. We have this gold mine finishing in 10 weeks, and that should cover this deficit. Realism has been unlocked, giving us a couple of additional production methods for the Arts Academy. I don't know if that's actually helpful for us. Do we even have any Arts Academies? I'd be a little surprised. Yet no, so that is fine. We should probably go to rail transportation at this point-ish on all of this. Yes, I know that that's going to cause issues. We're going to want to note where these rail shortages are and get these built as a fairly high priority. So that'll be fine. We don't have any sulfur mines at this moment, but we can also do rail transportation for the vineyards. And I would also like to potentially go to, like, smooth bores here, which will be okay. We're probably going to have to change around some other economic things, but that's, I think, fine. Okay, something like this will do for now, and yeah, I'm not surprised about that transportation shortage. We're going to want at least one level of railway, like, in every county. I say county, in every state, I think it's called in this game. So that'll be fine. We're not going to build them in Peru for right now, but we are absolutely going to build them in each of these locations, right? But not necessarily as a super high priority. So top priority is still this railway in Bahia, and then we're going to move up all of these gold mines. So all of these are going to come up, like so. And this one as well, even though that's in our vassal state. And this gold mine. There we go. And at this point, where did that go? Oh, it's number 1, right. So this railway in Bahia is going to be moved up. This visual bug is very obnoxious, but this should be approximately what we're looking to do here. I want these railways to continue to come up here and be interspersed in something like this. But we're going to probably change around the... Okay, so Bahia and then Paraiba really needs to be the next highest. So that's this one. Okay, so that'll be something like this. Okay, we just are trying to make sure that these are correct. It's a little difficult to tell, but I think that they're correct-ish. Okay, so I'm going to move this guy to here. And I think this is now correct. It's a little hard to tell. Branching out has successfully completed, and we can get railway building throughput or motor industries building throughput or make progress on steel railway cars. I'm going to take the railway building throughput for right now, actually. So that'll be fine, and we can see we're at plus 53 advantage here. If we need to mobilize more forces, we can send them over, but for the time being, I suspect this will be fine in Paraguay. So I feel like our economy is in a pretty decent spot. Of course, we need transportation in a lot of places, and tools are currently expensive. We do see a private construction sulfur mine going in, so that is decent. So let's get this railway done in Bahia in 4 weeks, and we're going to have the gold mine coming in behind that in 5 weeks. That looks very, very solid. So the gold mine will probably not quite bring us positive here. We're definitely seeing some issues with transportation. We knew that that would be the case. The ethics of exploitation, huh? Odds are actually a little bit better, I feel like, to concede here. Yeah, we went up by 10%. Cool. So we conceded a couple of their points, and that is absolutely fine. So, we've got 2 weeks here. And now 1 week. Excellent. So this gold mine is almost done. That will help matters, and we also brought up our market access, or are bringing up our market access in Bahia. There's been a duel happening here. We should ban dueling. It'll make the landowners sad, but everything makes the landowners sad, so that's fine. The landowners are going to be very sad indeed. So the appeasement of the Brazilian British society would go up, or we could get 1,000 in government expenses and get 3.5k on pharmaceuticals. I think we'll avoid that for now. I'm wondering, there's no, like, malaria out over here, right? I'm pretty sure there isn't. So that seems fine. So advantage is currently down to 44 over here. They've, I think, raised up conscripts or something. That's reasonably fine. Our manpower is not maxed out here, which I find relatively remarkable. I think that's due to the attrition. Okay, if we need to mobilize another force, we will, but I suspect we don't. Okay, let's see how this is going. We are winning this offensive action. Ah, and here comes the Peruvian army. So that should end this. We should have no problem whatsoever with the Peruvian army showing up. Fantastic. We're now at 70. Oh, and here comes another Peruvian army just blitzing over. Wow, that guy was speedy. Okay, I have no idea how they got that fast. That's definitely exciting. So we've got this gold mine being finished up eventually. It is minus 10% construction efficiency because it's in the Andes, but it's plus 31% from our company construction bonus, so that'll be absolutely fine. We're making very solid progress here. Oh yeah, this is absolutely fine. There's nothing they can do about this. We had a law debate success, bringing our frontier colonization up to 30%. So that seems great. And yes, we have seen a GDP shrink here, and that is due to our transportation shortages. We know that that's the case. We're working on it. It's going to be worked on for a while. I'm not too concerned about the market access here and here at 97% respectively. Market access in Paraguay absolutely needs to be brought up. And transportation shortages are, of course, a significant issue. A new national hero. So this guy could be a national hero. And I think we should for the Nordestino people. They are already integrated. But I'm not sure that that needs to be within the culture. Maybe it does. Okay, let's try closing this and reopening it just to refresh. We did proclaim a national hero, but I think it has to be of the Solista culture. Okay, that's noted. So this war is virtually over. There we go. Paraguay capitulates, and that's perfect. So this state is now ours. And of course, we've got this up here. So we need to start incorporating this. That will be expensive in bureaucracy. And we're going to need to build a government administration or two to deal with that. Let's sort by taxation capacity. It is lowest in Minas Gerais. Okay, we'll build one here and one here. That'll be fine. So we'll need to get those going, and I'm going to do those after we finish up this railway and gold mine combo, I think. Okay, a trickle of beans, huh? So this is that Rivers of Coffee event. I feel like landowner approval is not exactly what we want to get here. So we would need to be the lead producer of meat, coffee, or sugar. And greater or equal to 125 levels of plantations buildings. And we need to increase the amount of buy orders for coffee within the Brazilian market by 150%. Okay. Well, River of Coffee has started, so we could produce meat, coffee, or sugar, and we just kind of need to pick one. Okay, so sugar is usually a pretty decent cash crop. I feel like coffee is kind of the way to go. So how many workers does this take? 4K? Noted. I feel like for the moment we shouldn't start working on that, but that will become a fairly high priority once we finish up some of these things that we've got here. Some. Not all. I'm going to cancel these iron mines, the munitions plant, this coal mine, which did have a little construction in it, and I'm going to cancel this fertilizer plant as well. So for now, that puts us at 3 years on this construction. So that's okay. And we definitely are going to want to finish up this government administration. That'll be done in 15 weeks. That's really not too bad. Okay. So what I want to do right now is I want to get through these gold mine constructions, and then we'll start interspersing in plantations. That's the idea. So that seems good. I also want to potentially attack Uruguay at this point. Prediction is that New Granada would prefer Uruguay. Okay. Out of curiosity, as a hypothetical here, if we were to go here, the prediction is not, in fact, that the United Scientific Associations Oh my. The prediction is not that France would get involved here. France doesn't even have an interest in Bolivia, which is remarkable considering the investment rights. Okay, so I do want to go after Uruguay. The question is, how strong is New Granada? And the answer to that is 550. They're reasonably strong. They're not as strong as us, but they are reasonably strong. So I would like to potentially improve relations with New Granada for now and see if we can change that preference. So that seems okay. Now, River of Coffee, we do want to get finished, and we are going to need to get this government administration done as soon as possible. That's going to be only 4 weeks after our railway in Paraguay. So that doesn't seem too bad. And the next government administration is going to be being worked on fairly quickly thereafter. So that's noted. But we definitely need to get this bureaucracy situation dealt with. That is causing us a significant amount of tax waste. So we are going to deal with that, and then we'll think about attacking Bolivia, which we're currently not expecting anyone to look to defend. So that seems good. We are decaying infamy at this moment, so we're not wasting any time on the infamy. So that seems reasonably fine. But we're absolutely going to want to start building some coffee soon enough. So this railway finishes now, and that is by far the most important railway. There's a transportation shortage there, and there is low market access. So that sounds good. Now, this government administration is 4 weeks away. That will deal with the majority of this bureaucracy deficit. So that sounds good. And then we're going to need a new government administration shortly thereafter, because we're going to need a few more in terms of bureaucracy. But that's not that far out. At this point, that's 14 weeks out. So that sounds good. And that is building at full speed, so that sounds fine. This railway is going to be pretty slow to build. Minus 33 or 30% construction efficiency here. Why is that? Amazon rainforest. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. So that is understood. That's going to take a while. I'm actually going to delay the railways that are in the Amazon here. So that is including this one. That is including this one. That is including... not this one. Yeah, we definitely want to reduce these. Minus 60% construction efficiency there. We definitely don't want to do those quite yet. So we're going to do something a bit more like this. Getting these gold mines completed will be very good. And that sounds fantastic. So we're 9 weeks away from this government administration. And we're at minus 11k right now. Our bureaucracy is a lot better. Fractional distillation has been unlocked, giving us access to patent stills. So let's take a look at our food setup here. So glassworks, right. We need to unify these production methods, which is done... where is that these days? Here. Reset production methods here. There we go. And apparently that reset them up here as well. Okay. Noted. So that's going to cause an issue, right? We're going to need a railway over here, and I queued it at the top of the list because I'm curious on what the construction efficiency is there. Yeah, we're going to want to move it down. I'm not surprised about that, but we definitely do want that to be queued up. So that sounds good. Government administration finishing in 6 weeks, and then another gold mine finishing 15 weeks after that. So that seems decent. I do want to head into the buildings here because the food industries can go to patent stills, and we definitely do want to do that. So that seems okay for now, and of course, we're going to have this sulfur mine finished up eventually. It feels like we do have sulfur mines, don't we? We do. However, these are all located in our vassal. Okay. So that makes sense. Our second government administration will be done in 3 weeks, and then 9 weeks after that, we're going to have a gold mine finishing. So that seems good. This will be our final gold mine. These are in our vassal. So that's not the biggest of deals. That sounds good. But I do definitely want to handle this deficit, and that'll be a big, big deal. This current number of 2.52k negative is, I think, fake. Let's see here. Yeah, 7k. That's about more like what I expected. So frontier colonization has progressed to study at long last. And we're going to be 14 weeks on this gold mine in Minas Gerais. Okay. That seems fine. So we're going to want to get all of these railways built eventually, but they're relatively low priority right now. I do definitely want to start getting some coffee plantations going. How long does it take to build one? 200 construction. That's pretty quick. So we know that each of these is 4k. So we know that we can only get like 11,000 land or job seekers here. Or like 11 of these. Yeah, that'll fill up all of the job seekers to build like 12. So I'm going to queue up exactly that. 12. There we go. And we're going to want to export coffee, to be sure. We're definitely going to want to export coffee. But I don't want to do this just yet. I want to get this gold mine done. I want to get this gold mine done. What? Get up there. Railway, gold mine, and gold mine. Something like this-ish? Okay, I'm slightly confused about what we have going on here, but it should be fine. So we're going to do the railway first, then the gold mines, then we're going to get started on some coffee plantation construction. We're going to get some cash crops going here. There's been a boiler explosion. Simply the price of progress. Abraham Lincoln has fled to Brazil. That's okay. And then we can see the intelligentsia leaving the Brazilian British Society. No, they can stay there. They can stay there. So that seems absolutely fine. Okay, we're going to get a railway done in Parana in 29 weeks. Our gold mines beyond that are going to be a little bit slower. But it's not too bad. We're actually building the second position here too, I'm pretty sure. And that is going to finish up. Actually, I'm just looking at the way this is set up here. It's a little awkward. Okay, I don't know what's in this slot. I think there's nothing being built in this number 2 slot. I think there's nothing in this number 2 slot at all. Okay, well, this is very awkward. Let's just move everything up in the queue by 1. And we'll get rid of that empty slot. Well, we're not going to get rid of it, but we just put it at the end where it belongs. Okay, so that seems fine. I don't know why we're having bugs with the construction queue. Hopefully that gets fixed soon enough. But frontier colonization has progressed to voting. That sounds good. And do we want momentum for the Liberal Republican Party here? Sure. I guess it's fine. They're still not going to get much of the vote. How's our legitimacy right now, out of curiosity? 76? Okay, cool. That sounds good. We are a legitimate government, even if just barely. So that's fine. Another gold mine finishing in 3 weeks here. And our railway in Parana will be done fairly quickly after that. I mean, it's 18 weeks out. Grain is still considered expensive, and that is absolutely understood. We don't love that. We could look to... Okay, minus 20% momentum for the Minas Republican Party. Sure, I mean... It's going to be more contested, it looks like. That's understood. So, I mean, that's completely fine, right? We know that that's going to be okay. These gold mines are going to finish up fairly quickly. And then we're going to start in on the coffee plantations. So we're currently at minus 1.6% progress. Noted. And Sweden is currently cooperative, so that's fine. I want to go into trade here, and I want to find coffee. That's tea. So where is coffee here? Do we not produce any? No, we do. And I want to start up an export route. I guess to the Ottoman market? Sure. So we'll get started on that, but we're going to start producing a lot more coffee, and we're going to want to have demand for that coffee, right? So that is absolutely fine. I'm not okay with our current deficit. We do have a fertilizer input goods shortage. That is noted. Frontier colonization now exists, and we're going to start colonizing here. Perfect. So we're colonizing in both of these locations. Can we colonize down here? We cannot. Okay, so we would need to attack Argentina. That's understood. We're almost certainly going to do that at some point in the near future. For now, though, it is time to put a cut in here. We're back down to minus 45 bureaucracy, so we are going to need to build another government administration. We'll put that in Minas Gerais for right now, and that will go up top here. So we're going to get that done, the railway in 9 weeks after, and then the gold mines will come in after that. Okay, so fertilizer is definitely a concern. I canceled that fertilizer plant, so let's put one in Minas Gerais. And we'll do it like this. It's going to take some time, but we'll get there. And we'll continue to colonize over here in Guarani, so that seems fine. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.